What if the most selfish thing that you've ever done is keep giving everything away? Not because generosity is wrong, but because when you're giving is performed, when you show up as the performance of yourself rather than the actual person, the people you love are not getting you. They're getting a version of you that's burnt out, a version that feels resentment with the quiet desperation of someone who has forgotten what she actually needs. That's not generosity. That's a very sophisticated way of never being truly present for anyone, including yourself. Stay, because the permission slip that you've been waiting for your entire life is in this video. Most people pleasers, including my former self, have built their entire identity around being generous, the helper, the giver, the one who shows up for everyone and for everything. And I used to be that person, doing things that made no sense for other people while totally neglecting my own feelings. I once canceled an important appointment because a friend urgently needed me to help her navigate a crisis. I canceled out of obligation, not because I felt like it. And believe me, I regretted it because when I showed up, I realized that once again, the urgency wasn't a real one and that I would have been better off going to my appointment. You might wrongly believe that giving everything away is a virtue. That version of generosity might look like love, but it functions more like becoming invisible. And worse, the people on the receiving end of that so called generosity are not getting what they think they're getting. Let me explain. When your giving is performed, not real, you're not actually there. You're performing being there. And a performance cannot love someone. It cannot see someone. It cannot hold space for someone the way a fully present, fully resourced, fully returned to herself person can. The most generous thing you can do for the people you love is show up as yourself, not the managed, edited, people please version, but the actual person. And you cannot do that when you have given everything away. Think about the mother who gives everything to her children and then wonders why she feels invisible in her own family. I made that mistake when the kids were younger. Priority on them and only them all the time. Thank God my partner has always been honest with me and helped me navigate these things. He really helped me change that. Or the friend who's always available for everyone else's crisis and has stopped having any interior life of her own. Again, guilty as charged. It's funny how I would feel alive and useful living through my ability to help my friends navigate their own lives while totally ignoring my own. Or the partner who anticipates every need so efficiently that nobody in the relationship ever has to ask for anything. Nobody ever has to truly see her either. That's a pattern my partner quickly noticed, and he truly helped me express what I felt or what I wanted without ever feeling judged for saying what I thought. Or the colleague who absorbs every extra task and then cannot remember the last time she did something that was generally hers. These are not virtuous. These are absences dressed as presence. I know that stings, but keep watching because this is the truth you need to hear. While you convince yourself you're happy because you make others happy by pleasing them, you slowly develop resentment. Not immediately, not dramatically, quietly over time, because giving without ever receiving anything in return poisons what is supposed to nourish. Giving everything away and never naming what you need makes you start to keep score, even if you never say so out loud because you're a champion at avoiding conflict. The resentment is not a character flaw, though. It's the body's honest accounting of a transaction that was never balanced. Don't judge yourself for acknowledging this. I know that you might feel pretty uncomfortable right now, and that's okay. Because when you keep giving, even while exhausted, the people you love are not actually getting you. They're getting the performance. And the performance, however impressive, is not capable of the thing real presence is capable of being generally moved by someone, generally curious about them, generally available for the kind of connection that requires you to have something of yourself left to bring. Your children, they deserve a mother who's actually there. Your partner deserves a person, not a performance. Your friends deserve your real opinions, your real reactions, your genuine presence. Empty giving deprives them of all of that while looking from the outside like extraordinary devotion. So if you have ever given everything and still felt like nobody really knew you, drop a "that's me" below because that feeling is not ingratitude. That is the loneliness of someone who has been so busy giving that she forgot to be there. Here's the moment. Not somewhere down the line, not after one more favor, one more yes, one more crisis that isn't yours to fix. Right now. The big job you have to do is revoke the belief that your worth is located in your output. The belief that love is something you earn through availability, sacrifice, and the suppression of your own needs. The belief that being seen as generous matters more than actually being present. You just heard yourself in the mother who went quiet in her own family, and the friend who forgot she had an interior life, and the partner who was actually never asked what she wanted because she made sure nobody ever had to. If any part of that landed, that was you revoking it right there. That was the moment. Not return, not to who you were before, to the understanding that the most radical act of generosity you'll ever perform is taking care of yourself first, not instead of everyone else, but before everyone else, so that when you show up, you're actually there. Ellen Langer's research proved that what you believe about what you are doing changes its physiological effect. In one of her experiments, the chambermaids who believed their work was exercise got healthier. So when you give from a full place, from genuine abundance rather than performed obligation, the giving itself nourishes you. It does not drain you, and the difference between giving that fills you and giving that depletes you is not what you give, it's where you're giving from. Let me say that again because it's important and it matters. The difference between giving that fills you and giving that depletes you is not what you give, it's where you're giving from. So here's the one question. Before you say yes to anything, ask yourself, am I giving because I actually have this to give or because saying no feels more dangerous than saying yes? And if the honest answer is fear, that's not generosity, that's performance, and you're allowed to stop. You're not being selfish. When you fill yourself first, you're being honest about what it actually takes to show up for the people you love in a way that's real rather than performed. The most selfish thing you have ever done is keep giving everything away because it meant the people who love you have never gotten the full version of you. Give them that. Give yourself that. That's your radical return to self. And if giving from presence instead of performance costs you a relationship or two along the way, that's not failure. I made that's the point. I made a whole video about that exact moment, about why someone saying you've changed was never the insult it felt like. Watch that one next.